Chris, it just seemed like one of the best defensive efforts that you guys have had. I mean, just what did you see collectively from the group tonight on that end?
Yeah, it was exactly what we just told the guys. That's our defense, at its best form. Really good physicality on the ball, set the tone there. Did a good job on point with our coverages and the execution of those things. It's certainly like what we're capable of, and we got to bring that out more, not just wait for, the best team in the league to come to town. So that's the challenge. But through the losing streak, we didn't play great defense, particularly the last 3 games of that 5-game streak. But our defense is built up every game through these last 3, a little bit better every night, so it's good to see it back. So.
Just what do you think of Jaden's all-around performance?
It's outstanding. I mean, both sides of the ball is, shot making was elite. Decision making was really good. His defense was awesome. I thought, he made Shea work for everything. Disciplined in the fouling. So rebounded pretty well too. So.
You had 20 points off turnovers in the first 20 minutes of the game. Would that have happened in previous years? I mean, you guys seem like you really are intent on taking advantage of that much more this year.
Well, it all comes to our ball pressure. I thought, I thought we've been just too far off the ball. And you can't afford to do that in this league. So, I'd be lying if I said, hey, let's be more intentional about forcing more turnovers. It's just about raising the level of aggression. So.
And then also, I mean, you got 20 off those. It was 8 turnovers. I mean, you had a lot of pull-up threes that were wide open. I mean, it just seems like that's an area of the game that you guys have really improved on.
Yeah, I mean, I think, transition-wise, somebody told me today we've moved into the top 10 in pace or something like that, which is kind of crazy. I was hoping for middle of the pack, we're doing a good job. And when we can run off of our defense like that and live ball turnovers, I think obviously everybody is far more dangerous.
Look across the board, scoring, rebounding, assists, all of it. There's balance tonight.
Yes.
What do you think sparks that? You get kind of the same level of energy and effort and activity, I guess, from everybody across the board?
Yeah, I think we played a very connected game, I thought. Even when we made, I thought we found the right guy open offensively a lot. I thought we started the game with a lot of really good structure, executed our sets and concepts well. And then when we went to ISO, for the most part, I thought, we were good in finding a kick out and just, finding Rudy and those types of things. So.
What was some of the things that this team has responded from Sunday when you guys were kind of talking over kind of what was going on? What are the biggest things that have gotten maybe fixed or addressed in the last 3 games?
I don't know. I mean, Sunday was certainly the lowest of the the recent streak. Of course, it was just a very odd day, as we all know. But I think it's just a reckoning that. I have this saying where we talk about rock bottom, and you think you're at rock bottom, and until you get help and realize there's always another rock bottom, because people always think, this is as bad as it gets, and then if you don't address it internally, then it gets worse. And I think guys, they stood up, we had conversation after that game, and guys responded, in a very professional way. I think just a business-like way. So,
I say is like a stretch like this where you have the losses that you had, then you have the wins that you have, culminating tonight. Is it kind of a reminder to these guys that often their biggest opponent is themselves?
Yeah, of course. I mean, and there's reasons for that. I mean, some of it's kind of lack of focus, of course. Some of it's even though we don't have any super high minute guys, we have a lot of guys that play in the upper 20s, 30s, and that may be piling up a little bit too. We're really good when we get help from our bench. Our bench has been good in this stretch, and that's invaluable. And it just allows us to to be able to kind of rest guys and or go with guys that are playing or different combinations. It just opens up a world of options. So.
What did you like about the way that Ant handled the way that they were guarding him? It seemed like really loaded on him, putting two on him.
Yeah,
consistently.
I thought he was, for the most part, I thought he was really, really good. As the game went on, you could see they're upping the physicality a little bit. I thought he did a great job of finding Rudy early enough times to kind of, make him think about it. So that's key. Anytime they're gonna do that, and he found him. So, yeah.
And you talked about Jaden before, but 5 for 5 from three. I mean, almost 50 games into the season, and he's well over 40% from three on the year. I know you've talked about that, him playing confident with his shot, but functionally, what has just been kind of different this year of him not only being a real weapon from 3-point range?
Well, it starts with the work. I mean, he puts the work in. He's an incredible worker. He's like a machine every day. I don't think Jaden's ever been late for anything that we do in the 5+ years that he's been here, whatever. So, he's just, a great pro. He's just grown. His confidence has grown with the work, and obviously on the floor, he's got the results. So, all credit to him. That's where it starts. I mean, he's not living and dying with every shot like he used to do. I think he has great confidence that the ball's going to find him. Continue to find him, and I think there's even more shots to be had sometimes for him. So.